So, for a very long time, and very consistently, I've had the question asked to me, Evan, what does being a car enthusiast mean to you? So, today I'm going to answer that in video form. And I want to thank Dr. M3 because watching his Father's Day video actually is what inspired me to sit down and do this. Because I was like, man, I really kind of want to talk about this now because this is just getting me going and fired up. So thank you, Cody, for that. Before I start, whether or not you guys know me very well or not, or whether you've followed me for a long time, or whether you've never heard of me before, feel free to share. I think it's really cool that we have a giant community of car enthusiasts. I think it'd be really cool to have a bunch of people sharing just their different experiences that they've got. So say something in the comment section, whether it be brief or a giant novel. So I was thinking a lot about this, and it's really difficult for me to explain everything because there's so much that I love about cars, and there's so much on how it's just extremely relevant to me in my life. I'll go ahead. What I'll do is I'll get started on how it initially got started, and what triggered that. So some of you guys know that I at about age 4. I started racing dirt bikes, or actually four-wheelers. This part of my life is actually kind of what triggered my Ricky Bobby, I want to go fast side of my car experiences. I started racing when I was about 4 years old, and I'll go ahead and show the picture. When I was 4, I won a trophy that was taller than I was, because I got second place in a series where it was like 9 years old and older, and I ended up getting second in that. So that was probably the highlight of my life, let's face it. Not really. But I did that, and about 6 years old, I believe, I got my first dirt bike. And I started racing those. I raced 50 cc's. I raced that from, then until I was about 11 years old. And then when I was 11, my dad got in this really bad crash that actually he severed like a disc, or a couple discs, in his shoulder / neck / back area. So, but that kind of put the whole racing thing to a pause. But I continued to ride dirt bikes and four-wheelers till I was about 15. But I always had a particular interest in cars. For some reason, there's always been something about that has sparked my interest about just cars in general, and it's just always got me going. I think what really started it was on the PlayStation 2. I had, before like Need for Speed Underground, anything like that, Hot Pursuit 2. It was like the game, and you couldn't even customize cars back then. And I was like, man, this is cool. I love cars, and I loved Underground. Underground was like my favorite, and I always hated when my friends would come over and they'd build these stupid looking cars, because I'd be like, wow, that's really dumb. It's too much. And that's exactly how I am today, which is hilarious. But that, even not even in regards to customization, it was like, that's kind of just what got me going. I'm like, I love cars. Like, this is my life. Over time, that's really developed continuously. My family, my friends, my relatives, no one that I'm very close to, aside from my friends that I have because of cars, really understands. As time progressed, I actually, I got my license. I started driving, and I had a job. I've been working since the day I was 16. I've always loved to, every once in a while, spoil myself with a car part. And it started off knowing absolutely nothing about what I was doing, and I still have so much to learn about a lot of things. But sitting there tinkering and researching, reading forums, watching videos, before I even started to do this, just really was like, I was just like, man, I love doing car stuff. So yeah, I now have my Subaru STI, which many of you follow me for that reason. Some of you follow me just for me, but a lot of you follow me for my car. And that brings me to my next point of what being a car enthusiast actually has, like what the effect of that has on my life. I've really always been kind of like Ricky Bobby type thing. Like, I wanted to go fast. What's beautiful to me is I love building cars that are turn-oriented, that destroy corners. Now, I can have fun in a car that has 1,500 horsepower all day long, that goes in a straight line. I can figure out many ways to have fun in that. So what I really love about cars in specific is There's several things. First, it's the one place, it's the one thing that I can truly express my own self through what I do with my car. And I love it because I don't give a crap what anybody thinks about what I do with my car. I'll just be completely honest with you. I do it for myself. And the way I like to think about it is, if I was the last person on earth, if nobody was on this earth, cars would keep me sane. Not only that, my car would look the same as it does right now as it is how it is today. But I love that because I can express myself through that, and I love it. And it's not that I'm sitting there trying to impress anyone. It's not that I'm sitting here trying to fit in with any certain particular group. It's just, if some people are annoyed with my car, if some people don't like how my car is, if they don't like the functionality that I have built my car for, people just don't understand that. But that is me in car form. I'm very loud. I'm very out there, and so is my car. That's it. But I'm also a very functional person, and so is my car, and I love that. But to more of a personal note, it's not only how I can express myself. It's the one place I can really think about in my life where I can escape, and I mean that in all seriousness. And I say that because it's like the one place I can concentrate. Those of you who know me a little bit better, I happen to be very ADD, and that's not only, I don't see that as a disability, I see that as an obstacle. And the only place that it really kind of negatively affects me is, in schooling. But anywhere else, it's a very usable characteristic for myself, but it's very easy to get discouraged from that alone. Cars have always been the one place where I can just focus, and nothing else matters. I'm not thinking about anything else. That's just it. It's where I'm home. It's where I feel like I'm supposed to be. When I'm sitting in a driver's seat and I'm driving, no matter what kind of car it is, unless it's a Prius, I'm not going to have fun in a Prius. Doesn't matter what application I'm driving it in, where I'm driving it, what kind of road course or highway or street I'm driving it on. The point is it's where I feel like I'm at home. And because it has developed into something so intense, just something that I love that much, it's something I can tell you, I confidently tell you, that I will never lose. I will never lose the love I have for driving a race car. And not to mention, I think one of my favorite things about being a car enthusiast is the fact that, my best friends, the friends that I can tell you that I will have forever, the friends that I have that would do anything for me, and that I would do anything for, those people I have met through being a car enthusiast. This is kind of a side note. I want to touch on the fact that not everyone in the car game is going to be a likable person. It's just like in real life. Just because you have something similar doesn't mean you're going to be best friends. So people are welcome to give you opinions. People are welcome to speak their mind. Seriously, you will find some of the best, nicest, most awesome people you will ever meet. And then at the same time, you will find some of those closed-minded, irritating, annoying people that you will ever meet. But in the same sense, if it wasn't for those people that, you completely just didn't want to exist, you wouldn't be able to differentiate the people that you just absolutely love. And I don't know, if it wasn't for my love of cars, I wouldn't have a YouTube channel. And at this very moment, I'm approaching 40,000 subscribers. And if I didn't decide one day that I wanted to share my love for cars to the internet, despite what the world thought, I wouldn't have this. I wouldn't have you guys. I wouldn't have gone on this awesome gumball rally with TJ Hunt. I wouldn't be leaving in 3 weeks to go see Dr. M3, stay at his house, and be with Rob Dahm, TJ Hunt, David Patterson, Shmee150, Eli Rubin, all those guys. I wouldn't be doing that if it wasn't for this, and if it wasn't for cars. So regardless of whether I make cars my career or just my hobby, no matter what I make of it in the future, it is a lifestyle to me. And I owe it to that for so many things. And I don't know what I would do without car culture. So this, you guys wanted to know, and this is how the car enthusiast life has affected me. And it's had its ups and downs, but it's made my life how it is today. So now, anyways, you guys rock, because I literally couldn't be doing this without you guys right now. So you guys are literally awesome. So thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, I advise you do that, because I like to do race car things. And because you're watching this, I'm assuming you like race car things. So I do them. So anyways, I hope you have enjoyed my life with cars this far, because it hasn't even started, I can assure you of that. So thank you guys again for watching, subscribe, and I will see you guys next video. Peace out.